Good evening, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Today I'm going to bring up the topic of overcoming disaster and how when people leave you behind for many years and then they come to see you become a success, what is that feeling going to feel like to them and to you? And how are you going to move forward beyond the past? And talking in the theme a little more with the video, just how are we going to let go of our past in order to grow, in order to become a better person, and to let the past be, and to be happy with where we are, and to have that hopeful future. This will be a great topic to talk about, so let's get this started. So there really is no book for me to reference in this regard. I just wanted to talk to you all in the audience today about this evening how basically when people have left you behind, have you just thought, there are times where I feel a little down, I just don't think I'm getting it right. My career hasn't gone well, I haven't found the girlfriend, the boyfriend, my family I wanted to start, the career. Nothing has really been working out for me. Nothing has really panned out. And now I'm starting to feel a little angry, maybe a little guilty for the decisions I did not make back then. And how I just did not do this or that. And then me coming from my own personal experience of change, right? Going through several different jobs, careers in my life. It's like when you make one change to another, you're hoping for a better thing. And people will say, well, maybe it was always with you the whole time that you were just trying to fix. And I would say, yeah, to a point. And I would say, yes, I want to believe that I can do good, that others, we all have a chance to work and succeed. But then life and circumstances come into play as well. Maybe you just weren't the right fit for the job, or maybe the agency, the culture just wasn't as good for you as you felt it would have been, and your expectations were missed, right? And they were just dashed, and it was like you just didn't fit in as well. And you think, what can I do now to move forward? What can I apply for? What can I do now to help me support myself, my kids, family, whatever the situation is? Maybe what can I apply for to make myself a unique, better person? But on the backside of that, what I'm alluding to is, how did people look at you in those moments? And what are you thinking as regards to what people are thinking about you? People say, oh, move on from the past. Move on from the past failures in order to succeed. And I agree with all that. I do. And the thing is, I want to urge you not to give up on yourself, not to think about what other people are thinking behind the scenes. It is so tempting to think what others are trying to figure out what you've done. And I would say, stay in the mystery. Be mysterious. Remain a mystery, hidden. And then once your success helps you extend what you are becoming, that is a beautiful thing. And people are noticing you right now in the moment, recognizing, wow, this guy, he's got some followers on YouTube. This guy's made a channel. This guy is now making a name for himself. He's starting to do other things. He's trying to start other businesses. He's starting to make some imprint in the world, and I didn't recognize that. And there's something about that successful moment that I want to share with you about. And I think when you have those moments, people didn't believe you were going to pull through, become a success, and now all of a sudden you did. You got your degree, you got your job, you got your boyfriend, girlfriend, you got your family, you got to that community you always wanted to be a part of, right? You did it, and no one was expecting you to do that. You shocked the world. You shocked people into thinking, wow, okay, maybe I really underestimated Mike the MC. Maybe I really underestimated that lady, that guy from really becoming a success. I let my guard down, and now all of a sudden I'm behind, and I got to figure out what I got to do now to get myself better. And you see, that's the other drawback of this topic with respect to surviving a disaster. So, right, we ourselves can say, yeah, we just survived some terrible things in life, right? And we worked hard and focused and got our the wheels turning and got back to the grind, and we got things working again. But then when people outside are recognizing, oh my competitor has now gotten better. Now I got to work hard to outlast him and to do better. You see, and then it just becomes a spiral of back and forth of who's going to outlast and outcompete the other. So I would share with you, if you want to stay outside of that competition race in the sense, okay, I would say always keep your success a little hidden, stay a little hidden, so that way when, okay, if you're going to post something on a famous media of some kind, always be aware that others are going to watch, see what you're up to. And when they recognize and see what you're doing, it's like, okay, now I could throw a critical comment at you, so that way I'll throw you down. But think of this. You have to accept criticism from other people. You have to accept when a critic is calling you out. Because if you're always looking at this criticism, that comment, how are you going to advance? Yes, you should be aware of what people are saying if you need to improve your product. But if you're focusing on that little detail, this little detail, and you lose focus on what you got to do, that is where I'd say tunnel vision is actually very important in your life. You have to let go of the distractions around you, what's happening. And I did a video just recently about hopeful outcomes, where you want to avoid the tunnel vision, to allow yourself to think outside the box and to have a little hopeful hope in yourself, to make that gamble in order to have it risk that may benefit for you in some way. But then the other side of that coin is, if you don't have a tunnel vision to keep everybody away from you, not to be focused and everyone's distracting you, how are you going to succeed and stay on the road to success? How are you going to move forward when others are trying to pull you off the road? And I would argue further, you got to stay close to the grind, stay close to the wheel, stay close to that road, because that will lead you to success. And people, I would say, are like kind of like the weeds. Once you move past the weeds, it's like, okay, that was just a memory in time, but now I'm looking forward to the mountain that I got to climb. That is my true objective. And once I climb over that mountain, then I'll be a success. And that is what I want you to believe in yourself too. Once you pass the weeds, the bad memories, the toxic situations, you'll recognize that there's a mountain now ahead of you. That's the real obstacle. Or that valley, that swamp, that's the real objective that you got to get past. You got to overcome. And once you do that, you will succeed. You will overcome the problem that's in front of you. Get to your destination on the other side of the map, because you kept your focus, grind to the grind, and you recognized, okay, I saw this obstacle, I stayed true to myself, now I can overcome and succeed because I was not distracted by other people. And always remember, you have the tools at your hands. You have the tools to succeed. Don't give up on yourself. Don't think that, okay, if I'm going to survive and now become a success, others are going to come after me. Let go of that idea. Don't think about the fame and the success. That is a byproduct of what you are becoming. Let the weeds pass by. Drive your car, move forward, walk past. Like I say, stay true to the wheel. Nose to the nose, right? I'm messing up the quote, whatever it is, but you know what I'm trying to drive at. Just staying true to the road. Don't swaver from the past or from the road. Stay focused on what you got to do. And once you keep your nose to the wall, maybe that was the quote, I don't know, but once you keep your ear down and ready to focus and let go of the distractions around you, you will be true, you will be focused, and you will let go of people, the weeds along the way, and you can drive your car and move past other distractions. Overcome that mountain, overcome that barrier, make the connection, build the bridge to help others succeed. And that is just a reflection of what you were able to accomplish, because you are awesome. Let me repeat that again. You are awesome. Don't give that up. Be a little proud, a little prideful right now in this moment. Remember that you are awesome, and it's good to think, okay, I can do good things. I'm not a failure. I can succeed. And I just want you to know, from me to you, you will succeed. Stay true to the wheel, stay true to yourself, and you will be great. All right, this is from me, Mike the MC, on Saturday. I probably messed up all those puns, all those quotations along the past, but my point is, stay true, stay focused. Tunnel vision is not so bad once you know how to use it to your advantage. Use your tunnel vision to protect you, stay focused, and you will succeed, and drive over that mountain. You will succeed. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good one.